morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. We're here on the ground at Detroit where we left off. It's the next night. Had a great day cruising around in Detroit. Honestly, walked through the airport last night, got a little bit of deja vu. Feels like we were just there, which, wait a minute, we were. Just the other day on our way to Westchester. Anyway, we're taking the Panthers over to Newark this evening. Right now it's about 10 o'clock or so let's get right to it. We've got a scheduled departure time at 10:30. Again, it's a charter, so it doesn't really matter if we make it or not, but it'd be nice if we did. Alright, let's begin, shall we? So, pause in it. We are at Kilo Delta Tango Whiskey. We'll just take our GNS position, plug that in, boom. We're headed off to Newark, DTW-EWR. Alright, we'll come over here, go to menu, ACARS, AOC, pre-flight, init data, init request. Bingo bongo bango, that gives us what we need. We're operating as flight 5800 tonight, same as we always are for the Panthers trips. I'll just leave that over there. And we do have a company route, thankfully, so it's going to be Kilo Delta Tango Whiskey and Kilo Echo Whiskey Romeo. Should just plug in there. Boom. Good. Departure tonight. I'll bring this up for you, and hopefully this time I'll remember to get rid of it. Actually, before I do that, here's our route, by the way. Shunk. So we're looking at about hour and 14 minutes in the air tonight. According to this. Alright, so let's see. We're on the Pebble 2 to SB. And we're blasting off at a 2-1 right. So a bit of a taxi. That'll be fine. Level 2 SB. Excuse me. And then for our arrival, we're going to go ahead and go in. FQM3 from SLT. So it's going to be such a short flight, I'm going to go ahead and look at arrivals. Once it's on 04, which is apparently what they're using, which gives a bit of a direct crosswind, which I'm not entirely a fan of, but, well, you know, it is what it is. Because there's absolutely no way we're fitting on that runway there. So that'll have to do. And we'll just plan on the ILS 4 right from Kilma. That should take us down there in like that. So we'll just do that. And what is this? 4 right? Yeah, 4 right from Kilma. Plug that in. Go ahead and activate it this time. Go to legs. Just walk through this. Look for any discos. So there's one there. After sweep. To make our life simpler, since we don't have any ATC, we'll just go ahead and link that up. Execute that. Wonderful. That'll do. Catering's been done already. We do need some fuel though.
Is on its way. Please don't load the aircraft.
Let's go ahead and initialize the weights. Initialize it in GSX as well. There we go. Cool, fuel truck's on the way. That'll do that. Alright.
Aircraft is in position. Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and
Keep
out
that up.
the door.
Our fuel truck's here, so hopefully it's doing its thing. Which it is. I guess that should have been open, but oh well. There's the airplane fueling. Yes, she is. Okay, good. Well, what did I say here? ILS 04 right. Kilma. There we go. Alright, what was I gonna do in that graph? Look at our OFP, that's right. Okay, so let's go to our perf page. Fuel tonight, looks like we got 17.3 on board. That's what we should have. Normal fuel burn schedule. Our zero fuel weight is 99.9, so if I remember correctly, just about the same as last night. Before I forget, like I always do, let's set it in here. I'm warming back up to the airplane. It just takes me a minute every now and then after I've been out of it. 99.9. That should give us an accurate gross weight display there. Alright, reserves, what are we looking at? 8.9. Because we do have an alternate today because the weather in Newark is at best. So there's that. Cost index almost 50. I wish. As the boss tells me. Fuel burn matters. Alright, whatever. Alright, 370 is what we're going up to today. Nice and high. Cruise winds 215 at 038. Nice deviation is -3. Which gives an outside air temperature of hopefully -60, which it does not. Okay, we'll just enter it in manually. That's fine. Alright, let's go ahead and do our performance here. We're still feeling. Yeah, so that's gonna take a minute. Oh well. Okay, weight and balance. What did I say here? Oh, that's not what I wanted. Cut off the 2-1 right. Conditions are dry. The winds currently, let's find out. Alright, as of 0253 Zulu, winds are 170 at 4 knots. And then we're looking at a QNH 29907. Temperature of 15 degrees, so warmer than it was yesterday. That looks good. Don't need anti-ice. Don't need, or we do need the packs. Or we do want the packs, I should say. Takeoff weight, we're looking at 116.4. Flaps 11, select temp 50. So no dial a flap for us, but we will dial this down to 11. ART can come off. Takeoff flex 50. Let's see, our center of gravity we'll worry about in a minute. V-speed's 24, 29, 38. Boom, that's in. Still fueling. Unfortunately. Alright, center of gravity. 23.5. Chuck that in there. A little calc. You know, this calculator is really convenient. I wish every airplane had this. I also wish every airplane had the dial flap. It seems stupid on the surface, but it's actually very useful. Alright. Trim right about there should do. Dial flap is stowed. We got flaps 11. And it looks like we are done with fueling. So let's go ahead and request some boarding.
Boarding requested.
Seatbelt sign, come on. Aft left, come on. And we'll just chuck all of them on. Center pumps can stay off. We got nothing in there. Excuse me. We'll go ahead and set our bugs. Alright, cool. That's all situated. Got our FMC situated. Oh, we got everybody on board already. Alright, let's go ahead and run through our flows here. So, ground service buses are off. Fire loops are on both. We do the cargo fire test here. Come on. There we go. Switch is guarded. Alright, normal. Flight recorder test. Ten seconds and we're golden. Guarded. On, normal on. Now the power can come on, they can start making that coffee. Bus ties are in auto. And open. In case the DC bus ties. Start pumps off, fuel heat's off, ignition's off. Fuel pumps are set. Nothing in the aux, nothing in the center. Emergency exit lights can go to arm. Leave the pitot heat off for now. And windshield anti-ice can come on. Normal. Reset the ACARS warning. We'll do our tests here. Those lights on dim.
Lights slow. Pull up.
And engine sync is
Terrain.
off.
Terrain. Pull up.
Okay, do wind shear test.
Headwind, shear, headwind, shear, headwind, shear. Tailwind, shear, tailwind,
Jet skid
shear,
test.
tailwind, shear.
Get it. There we go. That's good, and everything resets. Leave that armed. Alright, stall.
Stall. Stall.
It's over speed.
Overspeed.
No dampers on. Ice tests. Cool, we're good there. I can stay on cabin. Interior fans off. AC supply switches are off. We're in auto. Cycle U and set. Landing altitude is going to be 17 feet. Let's leave that at around 20. That should be fine. I'm going to go ahead and get this out of your way finally. Or it looks like I already did. I guess. Okay. Hopefully I showed you Navigraph. I don't know. Maybe I'm going insane. Anyway, AC shut off is in auto. Ram air is off. Okay, we're good there. Go ahead and dim those. That's our overhead taken care of. We can get our FMGC situated. So, what do we say? 138. So that'd be 158. We want to dial this up too. I'll go ahead and bring back Navigraph so we can brief up our departure. So we're going to be on the Pavel 2 off of 21 right. So that'd be this guy here. Jolu. Vimy below 7. Howard below 9. Silva above 4. Pavel. And out to SB. So a more detailed note. 2-1 right. Come on, heading 216 to intercept course 185. So we'll dial in 185 here. I'll just fly run my heading. Actually, we'll just dial it up to 216. So we can just follow the flight director for the nav mode. Alright, 216. Top altitude is 17. So we'll dial that up. Flight director 1 on, flight director 2 on. We'll do our fire test.
Fire left engine. Fire right engine.
Cool. That's situated. ART is off. Reset the fuel counters. Bugs are set. For the master caution. Go ahead and do takeoff warning test.
Flat. Brake. One lap. Flat. Brake.
See the valve stop moving, which it does, and nope. Re-engage, and it should close, which it starts to. Our squawk code is going to be 4536. That's in there. Don't need the HUD right now. We may need it for the approach. The visibility is kind of piss poor. We'll see. Anyway, Navigraph, you guys don't need that anymore. Goodbye. Alright. So we can go ahead and get our pneumatic cross bleeds open, or cross feeds. I can go to takeoff. Everything down here is situated. We can actually perform a TCAS test. Go ahead and throw data up on my side here.
Okay.
Pull that down all the way. Wonderful. We need to set the. What did I say? It was 297 or 29906, right? Altimeters. What did I say it was? 907. There we go. That's situated. Alright, and that is us fully configured for the departure. We're still boarding, so I'll come back to you guys once we're done with that, and then we'll get the airplane fired up and boogie on out of here. Actually, one more thing. I got the hydraulic pumps on, and we'll go ahead and run our receiving checklist here, if I can figure out how to pull it up. Alright, cockpit inspection and gear pins completed on board. There is the boarding, so we're done there. O2 mask and regulator tested 100%. Fuel system counter is checked and reset. Air conditioning and pressurization is checked and set. Flight guidance is checked and set. Flight instruments and altimeters. Flight instruments are checked. Altimeters are 29907. Set cross-checked engine instruments are checked. ACARS is initialized. Takeoff warning. Throttles are checked and closed. Trim is set and other trims are zeroed. Parking brake pressure and temps. Parking brake is set. Pressure is in the green. Yep, in the green. And temperature is tested. And that is receiving checklist complete. Let's get the ship buttoned up, which it looks like they did, so we'll go ahead and request pushback here. No. Alright, we can go ahead and close the flight deck door, get the pitot heat on, the ignition can go into system B, glide power can come off.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for flight.
Oh, it would help if we would start the APU. It's always something. Anyways, air conditioning supply switches are off. All the fuel pumps are configured correctly. Go and reset the PA warning. Wait for that APU to come up. We're going to need that here in a minute. Should have had that on the go already.
Locking gear.
Alright, APU is online. Let's get it on the buses. External power can go away. APU air can come on. Ditch the ground power. Alright, now let's go and run through the 4-star checklist. Upwing and anti-ice, lights out, inspection complete, flight papers, 048, logbook check, set, and on board. Fuel and pumps. Pumps are checked, and looks like we got 17.2 on board. Stand by, we're going to go to those right.
Release parking brake.
And we need, stand by, 16.5, so we're good as far as that's concerned. Alright, pitot heat and ignition is on. Seatbelts and beacon on. And on. Hydraulics are on and high. Galley power and packs are off. Pneumatic crossfeeds are open, and pressure is not obtained. Alright, there we go. There's pressure. Just need a second for the APU warm-up to complete. Alright, and that's the 4-star checklist complete. So we're good to go. So, parking brakes, release.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Alright, starting 1, then 2. Rolling number 1. Start valve, pressure decreases. Into rotation. Waiting for max motor. In the meantime, we get this. Right about there is max motor, dumping the fuel. We do have light off, so that ignition can go off. Start valve can get close, sorry. There goes the gen. She's stabilizing, starting number 2. Start valve open, and pressure drops into rotation. Wait for max motor. It's an interesting place to stash a plane. We set our warning there. PA. There's max motor. Chuck the fuel in. There goes light off. Start valve can come off.
Please set parking brake.
Set the parking brake.
Waiting your confirmation.
Call a good engine start.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking gear.
Alright, there goes the gens, and we've got rollback, so we're good to go there. Ignition can come off. Galley power can come on. APU gens can come off. APU air can come off. APU can come off. AC supply switches can go to auto. We can go ahead and go flaps 11. On the spoilers. On the auto brakes. Put the nose light on so we can see what's going on in front of us. And the flight deck lights, or the, sorry, dome light can come off. Actually, we'll wait till we get the handset for that.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Alright, and we're going to do the after start checklist. Electric system is checked. Galley power and ignition on and off. Engine anti-ice fuel heat now required. Packs and air conditioning set off switches are auto. Door lights out and closed. Hydraulics are on and high. Cockpit door and stern light locked and on. After start checklist complete. That hand signal. Alright, hand signals received. Ditch the overhead. Taxi checklist. Flaps is flats. Looking at 11 degrees takeoff. Flight controls. Go to new flight control check now. Find the click spot there. Full left. Full right. Neutral. Full up. Full down. Neutral. Full left. Full right. Neutral. Cool. Flight controls free. Correct. Takeoff data, bugs, and trim. Takeoff data is set, bugs are set, and trim is set. ABS and spoilers are armed. Lights are out. Takeoff warning.
Brake.
Checked. Flight guidance and TRI are now set. Takeoff flex 50. Takeoff. Takeoff briefing and harness is completed and on. Taxi checklist complete. And as far as the warnings, we've got parking brakes and ART in-op, which is correct. So, brakes off. Let's boogie. Alright folks, we're just pulling up here to the hold short point on 2-1 right. As soon as we come to a stop up here, I'll go ahead and break out the before takeoff checklist. Alright, right about there. I think I saw a United airplane land just there on to the left, so that was pretty neat. Anyway, alright, so let's go ahead and get our flows done here first. We go to bright, come on, both, on. Alright, let's go ahead and do the before takeoff checklist. Cabin PA is completed. APU air and red crossfeeds are off, and closed. Ignition can go to override. That's your panel brake temps, and that's your panels checked. Got what we expect to see, and brake temps are well within the green. And TCAS can go to TARA. Before takeoff checklist completed. Alright. And the approach path does appear to be clear, so let's boogie on out of here. Brakes released, let's go. Alright, let's go ahead and start the clock. Bring those throttles up. Put a little nose down into it, and auto throttle on. Airspeed's alive. Thrust is set. Got clamp. 80 knots. V1. Rotate. Positive rate of climb. Gear coming up. Go ahead and put it into climb mode. Reach the nose up a little bit to reach that climb, that flight director. Go ahead and hit nav mode. And VNAV. Start that turn out to the left.
Headwind, shear.
Wind shear, wind shear.
Headwind, shear.
Okay, and we'll hit toga. Just try and climb out of it as best as we can. That nose down there, keep the speed up without stalling it. Basically, with wind shear escape maneuver, you want to keep it basically as up as you can without stalling it. Okay, we're out of it. Looks to be. Let's rejoin the flight director here. Let's go ahead and bring the flaps in, get the slats out. I'm going to go ahead and engage autopilot 1 because I'm getting task saturated. Alright, and it looks like we're still in climb mode. Everything's as it should be. I clicked the toga button, but I guess I didn't click it once enough. So, after I get us situated here, flaps can come up, or slats can come up, sorry. Disarm the spoilers. Auto brake can go to off. And once we get a little higher here, well, I guess this is fine. We'll go off and low on the hydraulics. Alright, so this is a good time to talk about wind shear escape maneuvers. So I partially executed that one correctly. I just completely surprised the crap out of me, to be completely honest. So I pitched up like you're supposed to. You're supposed to pitch up as much as you can without stalling the airplane, and hit toga a couple times. Get as much power as you can going into those engines. I only hit toga once, therefore I did not get the max amount of power that I needed. So that was my mistake there. However, in this case, that worked out okay. We got it to basically right above stall speed and climbed out of it. I hope you saw our climb speed or vertical speed there. It was pretty spicy.
Stabilizer motion.
So that's how you properly execute, verbally, this was, how you properly execute a wind shear escape maneuver. Just make sure you put in full power, otherwise you can get yourself into a sticky situation. And let me tell you, this airplane in a stall and a turn, good luck, good night. That's it for you. So keep that in mind. Alright, let's go ahead and do our after takeoff checklist here. So we're looking at gear up, lights are out. Flaps, slats up, lights out, and stowed. Ignition can come off. Fuel feed is checked. Hydraulics are off and low. Spoilers and ABS are disarmed and off. After takeoff checklist completed. Now, there's probably not going to be much in the way of footage for the cruise on this one, just because it's a short flight and it is at night, but I'll see if I can put something together. Anyway, enjoy the flight. Right about there is 18,000, so we will go ahead and set standard here. And all the lights can come off. Alright, that's just situated. It's a little bumpy right now, so we'll leave the signs on. Take care of that at a later date. Anyway, enjoy the rest of the flight. Alright folks, welcome back. We're just under 80 miles from top of the drop. We're going to start off here with an updated weather report out of Newark as of 0351 Zulu. We've got winds 110 at 9, gusting 15. Lovely. 8 statute mile visibility, overcast 500. Temperature 82.6, altimeter 3037. So, in other words, visibility, there is some. It's cold. It's below the point where we need to worry about icing. So that's going to be a consideration. We're going to have a pretty, well, okay, I guess it's not really a stiff crosswind, but a bit of a crosswind, about 8 or 9 knots. Since we're landing on 04, what is it, right? I think we're going for? Yeah. And visibility down to 500 feet. So let me investigate if the Cat 1 approach is going to be enough. Yes, that should be enough, because according, if the weather report is correct and depicted correctly, we've got a ceiling of 500 feet and nothing below it, theoretically. And the Cat 1 will take us down to 200, so we'll go with the... just to be safe, we'll go with Cat 2. Screw it. Yeah, so we're going with Cat 2, which we're well above the minimums for. And we're going to have a decision height of 100, so that'll take us down to 100 on route out. So let's get that set up here. So, dial up 100 feet. I just don't want any more surprises tonight. I can do without. Alright, bottom altitude, it's going to be 1700 for the approach. It's going to be the point where we need to intercept the ILS, which is going to be DME 6.2 at waypoint Dewitt. Oh, not paying attention. Let's see if I can figure out how to get this. There is a way. But do I remember the way? I don't off the top of my head. Oh well. 1,000 feet will do. Final approach course is going to be 039. Hope you guys are hearing me alright. And then, let's see. The frequency is going to be 108.7. And then even though we probably won't need to, just for posterity's sake of flying the Cat 2 correctly, we'll dial it in over here as well. And what did I say is final approach for 039? Yeah. There we go. Alright, well, we're pretty light, obviously, because we're doing a coastal charter, so we pack these things pretty light. Only seat 60 people in our VIP configuration. So let's see, with 04 right, I know it's not a fantastically long runway, but it's 10,000 feet, which is more than plenty. And we are going over to... I don't know, actually. Let me check. I'm not sure what ramp we're going to, because we're not going to a gate at Newark. We can't afford that. So allow me 1 minute here to... Because one of the nice things about flying charters is we get a customized briefing package for every trip. It tells us all of our times, what aircraft we're taking, what operators we use, what parking to use, all that. And I think, like I said a while ago, I do take some creative liberties usually with the parking, just because if I'm paying, you know, $15, $20 for a scenery to do a charter flight, I want to actually be able to see that scenery. So, but anyway, there's no way in God's green earth that we are going to be able to afford parking at a gate at Newark. So, let's see, we're supposed to go to ramp C9, which I don't know where that is. That's a ton of help. Its signature is where we're going to be at. And it looks like we're at the Addons 5th Avenue for the crew hotel tonight in New York. So that'll be quite fun. Should be a good hotel. Signature. That's all FedEx down there. Well, apparently they closed that terminal. New York's changed a little bit since the last time I've been through. I'm assuming the FBO there is referring to signature. Let's see if they have any other... Oh, you're not seeing what I'm seeing. Let me pull it up for you. Because you're just looking at nothing right now. Alright. Yeah, so here's the ground in Newark. It's classified as the FBO. So I'm assuming that's signature, but I'm not really sure. Let's see here. It's cargo. Well, I'm assuming since this is the only FBO, we're gonna throw it in there. So basically, we're gonna let's go back to our airport chart here. We're landing 04 right, so we'll go auto brakes minimum, take it all the way, pop off, and head in there and figure out where we're going somewhere in here. That sounds like a plan. So let me get this out of your way before I forget. There we go. Alright. About to hit the top drop. Anyways, like I said, auto brake minimum. That's RTO. Minimum. Since the minimums are so high, 500, I don't really feel the need for the HUD. I think it's just going to get in my way more than anything else. That should be in the cruise setting. It's been pretty turbulent for most of the flight, so I left the seatbelt signs on. Of course, I say that it's smooth now, but we're about to head on down, so whatever. I need the current altimeter, which is 3037. And throw that up here. There we go. Let's take a look at our... So 124, we'll go ahead and set the bugs. Right about there should do. 108.7, that is confirmed, both left and right. 039 is confirmed. Now we're doing flaps 40. Alright, should be heading down any second now. As I said, nice short flight. Only been in the air for about 50 minutes, which is what I like. Get straight to the hotel tonight and get some sleep. We're going to be back to it tomorrow night at around the same time, I think like 10:30 or something is our departure time. We're going to head down to Fort Lauderdale. And then I did hear back from my friend. We are going to be heading up to Alaska, Fairbanks, and doing some ops with Evert's Air Cargo and their DC-6. So that's going to be something a little cool and different. So I've booked the tickets, so I do want to stop off and check out that airplane first. I'm not sure whether I'm going to buy it or not. If it's in good enough condition, it flies well, I'll buy it. If not, I'm going to have to pass it up. So we're going to head off to Prince Rupert first. We're going to take, and that's going to be, because we get in at like 2 a.m. or something ridiculous tomorrow. Technically, yeah, tomorrow, but next day in the morning. Here, let's get us descending. Okay. That's a lie. Anyway, yeah, so getting at like 2 a.m. in the morning, which is ridiculous. So I've got an apartment there in Fort Lauderdale because just I fly in and out so much. So I'll stay there for just about 6 to 7 hours rest. Then I think I've booked. Well, actually, let me look, see what flight I booked here. Yeah, I've booked. Okay, so it's an evening flight. So I've booked United 1535 from Fort Lauderdale to Chicago, and that leaves at 4:15 p.m. Then we have a 14-hour overnight in Chicago. Now, probably won't sleep much. Probably just look around and take a little quick nap. And then at 8:52 the next morning, we get on United 1958 and head up to Vancouver. Then we have a, because let's see here, that gets in at 11:35, so we have basically a couple-hour layover. And then at 1:15, we've got Air Canada Jazz 8089, which will take us to Prince Rupert on a CRJ, supposedly. And once we're up in Prince Rupert, we'll check out the airplane and probably spend the night in Prince Rupert if we buy the airplane. And then head out the next morning, and let's fly our new airplane over to Wrangell, Alaska, where I know there's some cheap parking, thanks to a friend. And then we'll take Alaska on up to Fairbanks and do what we do up there. I'm not sure exactly what all's planned as of yet. Anyway, enjoy the descent. I'll catch you back when we get to 18,000 feet. Alright, there we are passing 18,000. Go ahead and get the lights on here. Get the logo light on. We'll go ahead and set 3037. Set. Alright, and go ahead and arm these spoilers. And auto brakes can stay off and disarmed for the moment. We're on go around mode there on the TRI. And all is well. Down we continue. I'm going to go ahead and dial us down to 170 on the speed we'll go with. Oopsies. As you can see, the runway is just there. I can see the airport lights, but I can't actually see the thing. And we are in glide slope track now, ILS mode. So good. Still above the clouds. Let's see, outside ram air temperature is about 14 degrees. So anti-ice can stay off for the moment. We'll have to keep an eye on that.
Traffic.
Got a TA.
Vertical speed.
I don't see him, but that's fine.
2,500.
2,500. And we'll go ahead and drop the gear. Bring it down to our final approach speed here. Right about there should do. Alright, we've got 3 greens. We'll go ahead and arm the... Oh, it doesn't want it because flaps, which we're good to go flaps 40, so we'll do that. Now, still won't let us arm it, that's fine. We'll wait till they're actually all the way down. There we go. Now will you behave if you're done freezing? Stand by. We're freezing out while the scenery loads in. Uno momento. Come on, Sim. You can do it. We good? There we go. We're good. Auto throttles are, or sorry, auto brakes are on. Go to the landing checklist. Gear down 3 green. Ignition is in override. Spoilers and ABS. Armed and lights out. Flaps and slats. 40 degrees. Landing. And see your panel. And cap PA checked and completed. Landing checklist complete. Alright. And we've got the runway. We're just evening out on our final approach speed here. Wonderful. I'll take over at about 800 feet, just because I really don't want to deal with this crosswind, if I'm being completely honest. Being kind of a lazy pilot, and I always am in the MD-80, just because this airplane is a pig. It flies like a lead pig.
1,000.
Right about there is 1,000.
Traffic, traffic.
Disregard. Alright, my airplane.
Autopilot.
My throttles.
Climb, climb now. Climb, climb now.
Disregarding.
500.
Clear of conflict.
A little high here. Bring that nose down ever so slightly.
400.
That's interesting. I think there's an airplane in us. Yep. We're just gonna pretend like that didn't happen. I say as we freeze. Hopefully he'll go around,
300.
which he is. Good.
200. Minimums. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Little bit of a floater. That's fine. Come on, don't freeze on me. Idle reverse, 60 knots. Come on. I guess she just completely went out of reverse. Oopsies. Well, not my best work, but it wasn't horrible. Pull off here. Right. Got it cleaned up, flaps coming up, spoilers coming in. That to dim. Doesn't come off. We're gonna stop here. This light position. So that's off. Auto brake to off. Automatic cross feeds can come open. Transponder can come to standby or off. Standby, yep. And weather radar can come off. Pitot heat off. Ignition off. APU can get started. Alright, and we are situated. Let's go ahead and do the after landing checklist. Pitot heat and ignition off. Ice protection and external lights off and set. Flaps are up. Lights are out. Radar and TCAS are off and standby. Spoilers and ABS are retracted and off. After landing checklist complete. Alright, let's clear the master caution and taxi into the gate here. Or into the ramp, I should say. Flight directors can also come off. That'll reset the IFGC. So we're going to want to go straight for now and then hitch the second right. Big old Emirates 777 in front of us there. That's a huge airplane. We are in the land of the heavies. Alright, so we're going to take the second right. Or is it the third? Ah, third right. My bad. So that's the first that we're passing now. This here is the second. This here should be the third. Come on, airplane. I know you're long, you don't like to turn. Alright, here we are at Signature. I don't really think my airplane was meant to fit here, but we're here anyway. So yeah, this may be tricky. Tomorrow night we may have them pull the airplane into a gate anyway. Anyway, pull the parking brake, get the APU air on, pull the pin on the engines. That's not what we want. Alright, let's go and get some lights on in here so we can see what we're doing. Nope, wrong thing. There we go. Let's see if GSX wants to work here. May not be an option. Nope. That's fine. No problem. Let's get, anti-collision light can come off. Seatbelt sign can come off. That was interesting. Get the forward main open, forward stair open. GPU connected. Switch over to ground power. APU gens off. AC supply switches can come off. And then APU air off, AP master off. All the fuel pumps can come off. Windshield anti-ice can come off. Emergency exit lights can go to off. Alright, and that's us situated. So, let's see how bad the damage is. Oh, we didn't hit anything, so that's a plus. But, they're gonna have a fun time pulling the airplane out of here, that's for sure. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one.